Hey, good morning, YouTubers. Hey, I know it's been a little while. Not that, my 20 or so subscribers are waiting on bated breath for my reports, but I've been working on my website, beansballcardblog.com, a lot in the last week. So that is why you haven't seen any videos from me in a few days. So I just want to wish y'all good morning, and when I say good morning, I mean good morning because it is 4:45 a.m. And you ask, why is it 4:45 a.m. and why are you recording now? Because I have a 12-pound brisket that I just put on the smoker. You're talking about an hour 15 per pound. It takes a while. You want to eat in the early evening, you got to start early. Good food, it takes sacrifices. So anyway, today's is just going to be a 3-day mail day. Ooh, looky, looky. 2 envelopes, 1 priority mailbox. That priority mailbox is probably not as interesting to a lot of you watching as it is to me, but I am super excited to have it. So, let's get started. Bubble envelope number 1. I believe this one to be from Upper Deck. I believe I know what it is. So we're going to get in here, give this a whirl. It should be 1 card. We'll see if I'm right. I believe it is my Alex DeBrincat Artifacts redemption card. Artifacts is one of the first hockey sets to come out in the year for the upcoming season. OPC, the biggest set of the year, the most basic set of the year, is usually the first. Artifacts is usually the second. So because of that, you get a lot of rookie redemptions. What they do is they will put just teams. They'll put a team rookie redemption, and then they'll put wild cards. And then later in the season, they will announce who those were. I picked up the Blackhawks banking that it was going to be Alex DeBrincat, and boom, there she is. I'm not doing as much with modern cards anymore, to be honest. So you see that's 526 out of 799. DeBrincat scored 20-something goals for the Blackhawks this year. Little guy. He's 5'7", 165. Was a phenomenal scorer. Played with Austin Matthews. And I believe it was Dylan Strome in juniors. And they left, and people said, oh, well, he's not going to put up the numbers with those guys gone. He put up numbers with those guys gone. So then they said he's too small. He's not going to be able to do it in the NHL. He put up, pretty sure it was a 25-ish goal season for the Blackhawks. So he did it. I'm not collecting much modern anymore. I'm really moving toward vintage. But that one was one I wanted to pick up. I have picked up DeBrincats cheaply when I can. I'd like to get the autograph numbered out of 99, the Emerald, but seeing prices on that, and there's not obviously not a whole lot of them. Yeah, that one is probably not gonna happen. So, one other thing I wanted to mention, please follow me on Twitter at BeansBCardBlog. I am where I said I don't collect a lot of modern anymore. I'm really going to be looking to get rid of a lot of stuff, so I'm going to put some stuff on there at pretty good prices. I've had them on websites off and on for the last year or however long I've had them, and I just want to go ahead and move those along, so I'm going to be putting those out there for some pretty good prices. So, this one is from our friends up north in Canada. It is listed as a document, so I'm interested to see if this is cards. These are cards, I should say. So I'm interested to see if these are in plastic sheets or how my seller shipped these. So again, I know what this is. I haven't opened it yet, but these are some cards that were released in Canada in 1960. And I've bought a few of them over time. I have a complete set of these cards. I keep acquiring more at good prices when I can. And most of my sales, or most of my purchases, have actually come from Canada. So eventually here, we're going to get into this. Interesting. Man, he taped this bad boy up good. Said it's 4:45 now. What, about 4:50 a.m. I hope. Do not wake the fiance up. It's getting a little bit close to her normal wake up time for work. I don't want to wake her up too early on a weekend. Let her sleep in. So we got saran wrap here. It's interesting. Let's cut through that, or this will be my longest video yet if I actually try to figure out a way to unwrap that. This is not pretty. And hopefully y'all will not you will not see me slice my finger off trying to open this thing. It does look pretty obvious to me that these are going to be in sheets. But we're about to find out if I can ever get this open. 30 years of trading cards and stuff, and it's maybe the toughest package I've ever had to open. Holy crap on a cracker, as putting on Big Bang Theory says. Alright, so visit our website. Don't know if that's actually them. We'll have to look. So here are my cards. Ah, man, they put them into one sheet, so I'm going to have to take these out for y'all to see them. But here is roughly what you're looking at. They're not in the greatest shape, but what those are 1960 Parkhurst Hawes Wax Indy cards, or they're sometimes called Indianapolis Speedway winners. I believe that is the Indianapolis Speedway winners name is actually the American Card Catalog name, but they have pretty much gone by Hawes Wax Indy now. It's a 50 card set, produced in 60. The first Indianapolis 500 was in 1911. There were, I believe it was 3 years where the race wasn't run because of the war. So what this set has is all of the winners, and then it has some scenes and highlights from recent years. So if you look in the middle row at the very left there, you'll see that's not a car. The car is actually what 40 cards probably in the set are, and then we have some of these other random ones. So I won this lot on eBay, it looks like May 22nd, and I got these earlier this week. I think I got them on Wednesday, but they were coming from our friends up north, so they took a while. The seller had 2 lots on. I was bidding on both. Both were like 18, 20 cards. The other one ended up going for double what this one did. I hadn't paid a ton of attention, but I guess those ones were in a much higher condition than these were. So I didn't even, to be honest, I already have a set of these, so I wasn't concerned with who they were, what condition they were. I'm just acquiring these as I can. So wanted to pick a few more up so I can see how close. Probably after this one, I'm going to start seeing how close I am to the second set. So again, Parkhurst, not great condition. So you got Bill Cummings, the 1934 winner. And there's what the back of the cards look like. Again, very basic, very Parkhurst for the 50s and 60s. This one's got some writing on it. Not worried about it. Like I said, low grade, but for what I paid, I'm very happy with my pickup. George Souders, winner of the 1927 race. Roger Ward, which is one of the ones that shows the recent items. You got Wilbur Shaw, who won the race 3 times. This one is the 1939 and 1940 winners. Later became the Speedway president and is one of the most important men in the history of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Johnny Parsons, the 1950 winner. Another Roger Ward. I'm guessing that means Roger Ward probably won the race in 1959. These were released in early 60, right before the 500, I believe. I saw something that the release date was late April or early May. Billy Arnold, 1930 winner. Louis Schneider, 1931 winner. Bill Vukovich, 53 and 54 winner. Rene Tomei, and I actually probably have these names pretty right because I listened to a show called The Talk of Gasoline Alley with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway historian, and I have heard all these names so many times that I probably say them right. George Robson. This card is in surprisingly good shape compared to the rest. I'm not sure why it might not have been in that other lot. The main gate to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which looks nothing like that anymore. It's been redone multiple times and was redone for the 100th anniversary race 2 years ago. You got Maury Rose, the 1947 and 48 winner. Floyd Davis and Maury Rose, the 1941. The reason you have two drivers listed is Floyd Davis started the race and was relieved at some point by Maury Rose. So they both are listed as co-champions. I believe that happened 3 times. Pat Flaherty off center and a dinged upper right corner. But other than that, that's a pretty solid card. Again, especially compared to the other pieces in there. And Howie Wilcox, the 1919 winner. So we'll put those at some point. I'll get those with the rest of my cards. I already have a set, plus I probably have another good 20 or 30 cards. So definitely making some progress toward my second set, and I'm just going to continue acquiring those cards over time. I absolutely love them, and when they come across the right price, I'm not going to pass them up. So this is the final one. This won't be too exciting to a lot of people. But if you've watched my previous videos, I mentioned that I have been passively, it's not anything I'm working real hard on, working on a trading card library. I want to have publications that are hobby related, specifically vintage, just so I have information if and when I need to go back and look for it. So I have all of the Beckett vintage collectors. Sorry, I got to crack a Mountain Dew. It's just about 5 o'clock in the morning. So this was a deal that I got. This is the Vintage Baseball Card Collector. It's a run of 21 issues from the original publisher. Apparently it was published, the last few years were published by another publisher before it ended. So you might have actually seen these on one of my previous posts. And this is the run of numbers 1 through 6 and 8 through 22. I have some other pieces already. I think I bought 7 of them a few months ago and paid for those 7 almost what I paid for these. Especially when you factor in, this was I think it was Tuesday, there was an eBay 20% off. And I utilized that, and this was part of what I bought. Number 7 is not included. I'm going to have to find that someday, but interestingly enough, apparently something was in that issue that the grading companies did not like. It must have been something, again, just either critical or something that they had really done, but apparently the grading companies between them scooped up pretty much the free world supply of those. So issue number 7 is difficult to find. And I'm sure when I do find it, I'm going to have to pay... I can't even imagine. I'm probably betting it's going to be, just knowing the people that would have it, they're going to command a solid premium. It's probably going to be a $50 magazine, which is asinine, but I'm interested to read what actually happened in there. So, that wraps up my mail day. My pickups have been much slower, and, I've only got a couple more things coming to show, but, I got a lot of other things going on. Like I said, I took beansballcardblog.com from actually just a free blog to now I've paid to make it a full website, so I'm doing a lot of work on that. Hopefully you'll give that a look. Like I said, hopefully you'll follow me on Twitter at beansbcardblog. I'm going to be putting some cards up there. It'll be claim as many as you want, and it'll be $3.50 shipping no matter how many you buy. I'm not going to try to add 25 cents per item or any nonsense like that. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for giving me a follow. If you like what you saw, hopefully you'll subscribe if you haven't already. And give me a like, and share with your friends. We'll get better, but for now, thanks for watching and happy collecting.